This thing, this thing is gonna be challenging. Yesterday, I was going to record a video about making this room. It will be ready soon. I found myself encountering a problem. That's always the same thing in Minecraft with doors. It's that in real life, when you have to put off a cool building, you do the building and then you simply choose from the market a cool door. Anyways, in Minecraft, you'll be better to first figure out the door and then make the building around it, which doesn't make so much sense to me. Anyways, it was the same problem I encountered with this portal, which has to be two-sided, 1 and 2, and to be as flush with the walls as possible. The existing walls also, because you see here there are chests and stuff except for this layer. So let's do the first thing you should do when encountering a problem like this, and I didn't do yesterday and lost like 2 hours. Skip to a survival world. I am Bonovoxel, and here we are in what is supposed to be a reconstruction of the ambient you see in the previous part of the clip, the inside of my base. And how you can see, I finally found a solution which fits the problem. Here in a creative, I've made some portals, and I made some tries in order to make it as flush to the wall as possible for any of these cases. Okay, when you have smaller portals like these, you can choose my solution, which was to set all the stuff down here, because also here I am supposed to have an armor stand with the golden armor. I have to remember to take a piece with myself in the nether because of the piglins, and so it's not so encumbrant to have this corner filled, and I was gone for this solution and to have the entirety of the portal possibly free, but you can also choose to go for this way. And one condition we have is that the dispenser have to face the inside of the portal, because you can put them onto the columns or above. They have to be inside the frame shape, and this is a limitation. The second limitation is also that we have, for example, where is it? Here, for example, in this dispenser we can't have the flint and steel. We have to use the bucket of water. The flint and steel have to be adjacent to a wall or the ground of the portal frame, otherwise it won't work. The third condition I've set is that all have to be as small as possible, and it have to be possible to make it flush with the frame and with the walls around, and possibly fit where you have to put it in. So this is not a tutorial. I will go for a brief look of any of the design. The basic concept on which I developed this thing is that we will use observers in order to compact things, and 2 observers in a row to send a double signal, because you have to set 1 tick of activation, 1 activation where is the flint and steel, but 2 activation, not 3, not 1, where the water is dispensed. If we activate more than once the flint and steel, it's not a problem. If we do that less than 2 or more than 2 with water, yes, it is, because It's going to flood all your floor and possibly the redstone. Here to the first portal, which corresponds on shape to mine. If you want to set the two dispensers above, you have a not block activation. This observer leads into a small circuit, and the piston retracts and pushes the two observers in the correct position to have the correct activation. And so a brief look to this side is if you want to copy, and a brief look to the activation on this one, and as you can see, it works. Then smaller portals. Smaller portals, I suppose the only viable solution in order to have all the the ground surface walkable, is to have them in the upper corner. And the activation, it's not ugly to have it on the ceiling, I suppose. And this is how the first activation activates both the piston and the first dispenser, and the second dispenser is activated by this redstone line. Another principle I forgot to mention is that we will use a piston activated by an observer, like a kind of what they call a monostable circuit. It should be a monostable circuit, at least I'm no electrician to say that. When I was younger, everybody wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a plumber because of porn industry. I never considered to become an electrician. I'm sorry. So far, here we have it. Post it in vertical shape. It works on the same principle, just this redstone has to be a dot, not a cross. And this is right behind, which are the position of the moving part of the machine, the two slime blocks and the two observers. This is the second dispenser. And this one. In this case, the occupied shape, when it's toggled off the portal, it's this one. Then we go for bigger portals, and with bigger portals you have more choice. Obviously you want as less as possible to be clutter at the entrance with these two stupid things. And so I tried to put them on the ceiling, obviously with the limitation of having the flint and steel on this one. It can be on this. And this is how it works. Well, this is that it works, but this is how. Observer, block, redstone dot, just to be more beautiful to see. Don't interfere in any ways with other blocks, like if it was a cross, but it works the same. Takes the signal up, and here is how the design is made. And for the last example, here, this is sided on the sides, because maybe, I don't know, if you want to fly in, you prefer to have the free part above. This is how it's activated. Obviously, I'm not a beast. I tend to fill the corner in portals. Just here, they are free because if I could pass some redstone into the corners, I will have done it. Which is the case here. This is extended, so this is the full shape, the movable part. These two blocks are communicating, and this is the redstone that goes below. And this is the front part with the activation on the side. And as we see, for the purpose of being flush with walls, we have some designs, like, well, except for these, that could be shortened, maybe. Uh, I haven't tried making this wall all compact by using, I don't know, like kind of light blocks, but I don't think so. Maybe not blocks like that. It would be viable. And yeah, like this. We also have a delay for any of these things, as I put them before with full blocks and redstone dots. The less observers you use, the less space you will have cluttered. This has a bit of delay, but not too much. Just this one can be perfectly. Whoa! What was what? Can be perfectly flush with a single part of wall, except for here where you should use some, let me take it, some white glazed terracotta or leaves, anything that doesn't stick to slime blocks. As you can see, at least on most of the two sides, the thing is flush with the wall containing the portal frame. Other designs tend to be flush, for example, with these walls, like it happens in my base. And voila! This is, as far I found out, the flushability of all the design on all the sides. This one, they all work like before, but this is as flush as possible with the side walls. This one too, also, because, well, it's a bit of a challenge on a so little portal to make it flush with the wall containing the portal frame. This one also. And this one also. And here we see by the other side, the ones with are flush with the wall containing the frame are flush with the side walls on the other side, like this one and like that one, because they're forced to be like that. Usually when you do a toggleable portal, you do it one way, you just pass by one side, but these are two-sided portals. And yeah, hope this has been helpful to someone. I've been Bonoboxel, and see you soon on the next video. Bye!